Ladies and gentlemen, oh, the audacity of Donald Trump. In his great wisdom, he decided to confront our very beloved South African President Cyril Pinocchio Ramaphosa with claims of a so-called white genocide in South Africa. Is he crazy? And who better to feature in his evidence than the charismatic Julius Malema, the great Julius Malema, leader of the economic freedom fighters. Trump played a video showcasing our great leader Malema singing the iconic anti-apartheid song Kill the Boer, suggesting it incites violence against white farmers. What, is he kidding? Let's talk about Kill the Boer. It's just a struggle song, right? It's a relic from the anti-apartheid era, full of historical significance and cultural value. Who cares if it contains phrases like shoot the farmer? It's not like words have power or anything. In fact, Malema has vowed to keep chanting the song, as he should, emphasizing its importance in South Africa's history, because it is. Let's be fair. Kill the Boer isn't some new age hip-hop diss track. It's a struggle song, a relic from the anti-apartheid era filled with historical significance, context, and emotional pain. It's a chant that once gave strength to the oppressed and shook the foundations of an unjust regime. And here's where the nuance vanishes. Screaming it in modern rallies in front of youth desperate for meaning and direction in a society trying to heal, well, it's not that bad, right? Let's just say singing about shooting anyone, regardless of whether it's historical context or not, might not just be the most or the best activity building thing to do. But come on, Malema's not going to stop singing it. He's not going to apologize, and I don't think he should. Because there's nothing wrong with what Malema's doing. He's singing an anti-apartheid song. Okay? That's the line. That's the message. Shoot to kill. What's wrong with that? So if you feel a little uneasy when you hear it, then that's your problem. Not the guy with the red beret shouting it into a crowd of young people, absorbing all that information. Nope. Just you. And white farmers in South Africa have been crying, claiming they're being targeted. What? Crime is everywhere, bro. Everyone's affected. Why should white farmers get special attention? Huh? It's not like their historical land ownership is a sensitive topic or anything. And those claims of white genocide, completely unfounded, as our very trusted South African officials have pointed out. Okay? Why are they so entitled? White farmers have been under attack, okay, but then again, so has everyone. The taxi industry is under attack. The education system's under attack. Jocelyn Smith is still missing. Your electricity bill is under attack. Crime in South Africa is so bad, even crime is scared. Okay? So why do white farmers keep getting all the attention? Huh? Isn't that a bit selfish? Don't you think that's selfish? People in townships are living with shootings every weekend. Who's putting them on Fox News and CNN? Why don't they get their own Trump video clip? Huh? White farmers should stop being entitled. But sure, let's make it about the farmers. Let's make it about the Boers. Let's push the idea that they're being systematically exterminated. Oh no! Let's ignore that many of these attacks are driven by crime, desperation, and poverty. The same forces destroying communities everywhere in the country. It's not like we're trying to push a reverse apartheid or anything. And let's package this complex social situation into one big headline. White genocide in South Africa. What? Trump didn't invent that phrase, but boy does he love using it. And Malema, well, let's be honest. This whole controversy probably gave him the best PR since wearing Gucci boots to Parliament. So it's your loss, really. That's right, South African farmers. As long as you're white, you better watch out. Because Julius Malema is just a passionate leader who loves this country. Get it right. Sure, he sings a song that some find controversial, but it's all in the spirit of unity and progress. It's not like he's ever been found guilty of hate speech or anything. You've got to admire Julius, really. He's consistent. He's consistently loud, consistently defiant, consistently controversial. The man never misses an opportunity to remind us that he speaks for the people, or at least the people who shout back the loudest, right? He's not afraid to point fingers. That's what's so great about Malema. White monopoly capital, the DA, the journalists, the ANC, even the judiciary. Everyone gets a slice of Malema's great wrath, served hot with a side of I said what I said and peri-peri chicken from Nando's. And despite it all, nothing sticks. No court cases, not the accusations of corruption, not even singing songs that would have any other politician crucified in the media, because Malema is just that good. Because he is not just a politician. He is a brand, a legend, a vibe, a movement. So leave him alone. So Trump featuring him in a high-level meeting, that's not a scandal for Julius Malema. That is a victory lap. And let's not forget President Ramaphosa's stellar performance at the White House. That man stood his ground. He questioned Trump's sources and defended South Africa's policies with grace and poise. Who cares if the ANC has issues? At least the lights are still on. Most of the time. That's Cyril Ramaphosa, a sweet, patient, unbothered president who is a victim of very unfair attacks from his own people in South Africa. Some of them even decided to leave and call themselves refugees. Cowards! Am I right, taxpayers? Because they ran away when the going got tough. What are they going to do when the black Americans over there don't like them either? They're going to run away again? Definitely not here, because we don't want them here anymore. So there he was, stuck in a room with Trump, being shown evidence from YouTube, like a teenage parent confronting their kid with TikTok clips he's been secretly watching. Where did you get that video? Cyril asked. Where did you get that video? To which Trump, with all the confidence of a man who once suggested bleach as a COVID remedy, replied, "We have our sources." The room was so tense you could hear the ANC's approval ratings dropping. But here's the thing. Cyril didn't freak out because he's a legend. He didn't storm out. He's a legend. He didn't even pull a Kanye and grab the mic. He just blinked calmly, like a man who's used to getting blamed for everything in this great country, even Eskom's mood swings. Yes, the ANC has issues, okay? Corruption, incompetence, load shedding, unemployment, race-based laws, land expropriation without compensation, water outages, potholes, abandoned buildings. But at least the lights were still on in the Oval Office. This time. The ANC liberated South Africa from apartheid, you brat. And that means they're beyond reproach, right? We should be eternally grateful and never question their actions. After all, who are we to challenge the heroes of our liberation? Let's not forget the holy phrase, the all-encompassing bulletproof shield. We liberated you from apartheid. Yes, they did. They are the ANC, the gods of South Africa. That line should make you immune to criticism for at least 3 decades. It's the get-out-of-jail-free card of South African politics. Whenever the ANC is being questioned, whenever Malema is being scrutinized, when someone whips out the liberation card like it's UGO 5Ds, you want to talk about mismanagement? I'm sorry, we saved you from apartheid. But Mr. President, why isn't there clean water in this province? Because, hello, we ended apartheid, thank you very much. Mr. President, should this leader be accountable? No, he saved you from apartheid. And you, the ordinary citizen, should just nod respectfully and shut up like the taxpayer you are. Because you should. And clearly you should be grateful. Because you're still here, aren't you? You're not dead yet. Never mind that the people who actually did the liberation work, you know, the ones who died, bled and fought are now living in poverty, while their kids inherit nothing but old pamphlets and broken promises. But don't talk about that, don't talk about that, it's fine. It's fine, it's fine. It's not like the money that was rightfully theirs was mismanaged or taken from them post-1994 and their families exploited. It's fine. You should really stop overthinking and stop overreacting to things and be grateful. Stop overreacting. And let's talk about the real issue here, okay? Julius Malema is a national treasure. He is a freedom fighter. He is the people's champ. And he was unjustly dragged into the Trump versus Ramaphosa political power slap. And all because, wait for it, he sang a little song, a little harmless song. Kill the poor. That's the song. That's the crime apparently. What's wrong with killing Boers? Look guys, Malema wasn't yelling launch the nukes. He didn't call for a coup. He didn't say let's go hunting. No, he said let's kill the Boers. Something our people have been singing since your grandfather was dodging tear gas in the 80s. And now suddenly, a man from across the ocean, Donald Build the Wall Trump, decides to play clips of a great leader like Malema to paint South Africa as a white genocide war zone? What? Come on, bro. That's not foreign policy. That's Netflix drama right there. Because there's nothing wrong here. Malema did nothing wrong. If anything, he is being punished for keeping the heritage alive. That song isn't about actual murder, guys. It's about symbolism, rage, trauma, resistance. It's awesome. It's the kind of thing that gets banned by people who never lived through systemic injustice. It's a war crime. It's not a crime. Who said it's a crime? Who said it's hate speech? Then Malema treated it like Malema just announced the Hunger Games and a reboot for farmers. And let's not forget, this didn't happen on South African soil. No, no, no. This happened in the Oval Office, the holy seat of American hypocrisy. A place where presidents drone strike weddings, then lecture you about democracy. Suddenly they care about farmers in Limpopo. Suddenly it's all about justice and unity. All right. We got you, Malema. You're safe. Let's ask the real question. Why was Malema even part of that meeting? Because he's a hero. He's a hero. The man wasn't invited. He didn't attend. He didn't make a speech. But somehow he ended up being the climax of the Trump-Ramaphosa discussion. Why? Why? All because of one clip where he talked about killing white people, a struggle song that's been there for years and years. No, man, this was a hit job, a distraction. Trump came in hot with white genocide claims and needed a South African face to throw under the bus. And Cyril was too clean to use because he's too innocent. Even though, let's be real, he's sitting on Pala Pala cash like it's monopoly money. But anyway, they reached into the political toolbox and yanked out Julius. And here's the real kicker. It worked. Suddenly, the whole internet is flooded with Americans asking, who is this great Julius guy? Why does he hate farmers? Is he dangerous? Of course not. They don't know about land dispossession. They don't know about apartheid trauma. They don't know the context, you know. Trump dropped just one clip. Just one. And boom, Malema became the face of African extremism overnight. Malema's a hero, guys. Let's be real here. Malema was slandered. He was used. And he didn't deserve it because he is a revolutionary. He is a visionary. Because Kill the Poor is not just a song. And certainly, Malema is not a man who told his own people, storm the Capitol. Because you see, Julius won't apologize. He doesn't need to. Because the real problem isn't the lyrics. It's the fact that we are more outraged about a song than we are about the reasons it was written, right? Kill the Poor isn't some song motivating an entire generation of black people to hate and kill white people and get rid of them. It's not. Who told you that? It's a struggle song that you and I should sing every single day to remind us of just how much this country has been through. This is the Summer Sambit, and like always, I'll see you next time. And by the way, because of how great Malema is, I heard he's gonna get canonized by the Pope soon.